I muted the microphone. Sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Beautiful. All right. What's up, guys? Thank you so much, so much for coming out here. My cat is cute. Thank you, Susan. She is cute. She's also kind of a pain in the butt, but she is awesome. Okay, it's like multitasking central over here. Alex, oh my God, where have you been, man? So I'm a little nervous. I spent a lot of time trying to get this all set up. I went out, I bought a new microphone, which is like right here, because the sound on my other one sucked. So this sounds a lot better. I've done like 80,000 test videos just to make sure everything was going to work right. There were a couple things that I wanted to touch on today, as well as answering your questions. I'll definitely be answering any questions you guys have. I am an open book, as you guys could maybe tell if you watched my sobriety video, which Alejandro, I forgot to ask you to get that link ready, but I knew I was going to mention that. But I did drop that video back on June 26th, and so, you know, I'm an open book. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to ask them. I will not hesitate to answer as honestly as I possibly can. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. By the way, guys, this is not coffee. This is Kool-Aid. This is mango pineapple Kool-Aid, which, if you've never tried it, highly recommend it. It's delicious. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Doctor Who is my favorite show ever, and I cannot wait until the new series starts. So I wanted to quickly talk about something that's actually coming up soon, which is VEDA, which, for any of you guys who don't know, stands for Vlog Every Day in August or Vlog Every Day in April. Basically, if there's an A month, this VEDA thing means that you vlog every single day. And a few of us that are in here, actually were participants in VEDA back in April. So Alejandro, who is our moderator today, thank you, Alejandro, was one of the people who participated. Alex as well was part of VEDA, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. There was a great community that sprouted up throughout that, and I'm excited. I'm definitely participating again. I've been getting some ideas ready, and I also I know, Alex, I know you're not doing VEDA, but that is quite all right. Just start making videos again, man, because you make some great videos and I miss them. What was I saying? Right. So, quick announcement. I decided this probably a few weeks ago that after VEDA is over, I am going to continue to upload daily. I'm done with the twice a week thing. It was fun while it lasted, but I just felt like I could be doing more, and so I'm gonna be doing more. I'm gonna be uploading daily once VEDA ends. So August 31st, last day of VEDA. September 1st, I'm gonna be uploading another video, and every day after that. Oh, Alejandro, thank you for posting that link. I didn't realize that she had it up. Is the sign-up sheet up? So yeah, so there's that announcement, and then the other thing, I actually wanted to get your guys' input on something. So I was going through you know, some of my older content, even some stuff that I took off YouTube because it just wasn't relative anymore. I also was looking through my Twitter feed and specifically at my Twitter profile. And part of my description in my Twitter profile and in my Patreon page is that I create content that helps people live their best lives. And that is something that I'm super passionate about. And I try and do that in my vlogs. That was, you know, the whole reason, one of the reasons for the sobriety video, the whole post about, you know, community, and some of my older vlogs about, you know, using the 5-second rule to get off my butt and get things done around the house. And I really like creating content like that. But right after the April Veda, for some reason, the idea just popped into my head and I decided to do it. I started making these videography tutorials, specifically Premiere Pro tutorials, where I taught little tips and tricks that would help beginners get, you know, acquainted with Premiere and maybe learn some of the things that more experienced people do. And where am I trying to go with this? So I feel like there might be a conflict between the content that I put out in my vlogs and the content that I put out in my tutorials and reviews. And since I'm going to be going daily, I was considering maybe not doing reviews anymore, and just focusing on that one thing, which is, you know, self-improvement and self-help and all of that stuff. And I wanted to get your input on that. So I guess there's my question to you is, would you like me to do both? Would you rather me just stick to one thing? You know, I'm definitely going to continue live streaming. That's definitely a thing because, you know, I'm only a couple minutes in and this is absolutely a blast. So just, you know, let me know in the chat. I want to know what your input is. Alejandro, yes, I saw that. I saw that. And I saw that you like mixed a vlog with a tutorial. Peter McKinnon did that recently too, with his, you know, Lightroom mobile app tutorial. And I thought that was really cool. And so I did think about that as well. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just incorporate the tutorials into my vlogs. That's a really, really, really good piece of advice. Karen, thank you for hanging out. So sorry you have to go, but I really appreciate that you came out here. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just I'll do both, but I'll try and make my tutorials a little bit more vloggy. I think that would be good. Brian Sapp, I'm thinking both. After my video I posted today, I thought about my purpose. I have 2 to 3 things I want to cover. Awesome. Awesome. The Fantastic Joe, what's going on? I agree. I think blending it in with your vlogs is the way to go too. All right, well, it sounds like that's the way to go. Needs more subs. What's going on? Haven't seen your reviews or tutorials yet. Really enjoying the vlogs though. Thank you very much. I really enjoy making them. Brian Sapp, so I'm going to just be upfront with the topics on my channel. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a really good idea. Real quick guys, is my video lagging on your end? I mean, there's a huge delay on my end, but you know, I kind of expected that. I just was wondering if it looks laggy to you. Awesome. Thank you guys for letting me know. I'm kind of obsessed with video quality. Like, anybody who's been following me on Twitter knows that I've been like obsessively setting this live stream up. I know that it's super easy to just pull out your phone and start a live stream, but I I kind of try to go above and beyond a lot, which may be my downfall, actually. I did. Thank you, Susan. My eyes are kind of blue today, aren't they? That's pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, a couple people have commented on the lighting in this, and I worked really hard on that and actually posted a tutorial about the lighting that I do. And it's all stuff that I had in my house. I don't have one piece of studio lighting in my house. It's just I'm using a here. I'll show you guys. So this is the this came from my power tool set. Nice warm light, super bright. I have, this is the newest edition actually. This is my my little flashlight that I had in my tool bag that I put into a microphone clip, and that's working out pretty well. And then it's kind of a pain in the butt, but so I'm not going to take it off, but I'm just using the flashlight on my cell phone. And the battery light is or the battery powered light, the big Ryobi one, that's just shining up and bouncing off the wall and lighting my face. And then the handheld flashlight and my cell phone are both, you know, sitting on tripods and just shining not quite directly up, but just a little bit lower. So it's not shining directly on my face, but it's washing over it. And I'm enjoying the way it looks. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions for me about anything, about, well, you know, lighting setups or what's coming next or anything that you just want to know about me, like I said, I'm an open book, so drop in your questions, and I am keeping an eye on it. I'm using my laptop for this, so I have this the Fantastic Joe, way to improvise, man. The lighting MacGyver. Yeah, cool. I can live with that. I can live with lighting MacGyver. I mean, I was an electrician for 15 years, and we got used to having to improvise because, you know, when you're an electrician, 9 times out of 10, you're actually working in the dark. So, you know, we had to improvise. So I had a lot of flashlights lying around, and I think the one that I'm most proud of was my most recent one, which is just like a little LED flashlight stuck into a microphone clip. I thought that was pretty cool. Brian Sapp, sweet. Using what you have, I used a big old halogen shop light for a while. Those halogens are bright, man. Those are, you gotta work real hard to wash those out and not make them overexpose. Let's see what else is going on. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my cat has decided to just take a nap behind me, which she does a lot. She shows up in my vlogs and my tutorials quite a bit because that's kind of her favorite spot in the house. This is yeah, so, you know, as far as what's going on, you know, with the channel and all that, I'm really excited to go daily. I was considering going daily before this and actually starting it before Veda, but I decided that I wanted Veda to kind of be the start of the whole daily vlogging thing. I've been working real hard to keep my vlogs shorter. Shoot a little bit less footage and make my editing a little bit faster, and I've gotten a pretty good workflow on the editing side down. I just need to worry about, you know, I'm just working really hard to shorten up the storytelling part of my vlogs, because they, you know, some people who've been, you know, subscribed for a little while may know that, you know, I had this habit of uploading like 15-minute vlogs. And, you know, not only, you know, from a YouTube perspective where people have shorter attention spans, that was kind of bad. But, you know, on top of that, the editing took forever. I mean, one, I was kind of a beginning editor. I was still kind of figuring it all out and hadn't really gotten a workflow. And two, that's just a ton of footage to put together. So I've been working really, really hard to get that done. Alejandra Perez, how's the photo business? The photo business is, it's sort of stagnant. It's still in the very beginning stages. We've done no promotion whatsoever. I haven't set up the social media accounts. I haven't even built the website. I have figured out what I'm going to do with all of that. We just haven't quite done it yet. We do, however, have the potential to shoot a wedding. For those of you who don't know, I guess for some context, because a lot of you are fairly new subscribers. So for those of you who don't know, like a day after the April Veda started, I got a call from somebody who I'm still choosing to, you know, they're going to remain nameless. I don't want to drag them into that, but I got a call from somebody basically telling me that I needed to get a job. I had quit my job, I don't know, maybe 9 months earlier, and was trying to do my own thing. And I was driving for Uber and getting really serious about YouTube and all this stuff. And I just anyway, you know, I wasn't making a lot of money, and I got a phone call from somebody who I deeply care about and who deeply cares about me, and they were basically like, you need to get a job and all this stuff. And it really brought me down, you know. And that whole day, that whole vlog was kind of like, you know, it was supposed to be a vlog about me driving for Uber, and instead it was like that much Ubering and a lot of me talking about you know, how I was feeling and what I was doing. And you know, a couple days after that, I actually ended up getting a job, sort of working part-time for my next door neighbor. And I'm still doing that. I still do that, you know, a couple times a week we'll go. And basically it's just like dropping off a car here, picking up a car here, transporting stuff here, taking people to the airport. I'm basically, my neighbor's the personal assistant of a company that owns like 15 Ruth's Chris steakhouses. And I am the personal assistant's personal assistant. So I basically just help him out with any two-man jobs. Needs more subs. Subscribe to your channel. You are awesome, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Susan's Creative. Nice live stream, Jay. It's been great hanging out, but I'm at work right now. Gotta go, buddy. Have a great day. Thank you, Susan, for coming. Don't get in trouble at work on my behalf, please. Enjoy the rest of your day at work. We're at 80 subscribers. That's amazing. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. That actually is something I want to talk about, but let me finish my story real quick because I tend to go off on tangents. And anyway, so I got this job, and then like a couple days later I was talking with my girlfriend, and like we brought up the idea of maybe doing some photography on the side, you know, just to get some quick cash. And like the conversation never went anywhere. And then like 3 weeks later she comes home and she was like, we have the opportunity to shoot a wedding. And while we were discussing that and figuring out, you know, how are we going to deliver the product to the customer, we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, if we're going to do this, why don't we just do it? And so we bought a URL and we came up with a band, I just almost said band name, but a business name. And that was that. So we are starting a company, and I need to get on that and really get that stuff going, but I just haven't yet. My computer keeps telling me that like my CPU is basically being taxed out, which I kind of expected to happen, but I still I have no dropped frames, and you guys say I'm not lagging, so that's cool. But this my live stream is using 100% of my CPU, so that's crazy. So subscriber count. Craziest Uber story? Okay, craziest. It's a tie between two stories, actually. Both of them happened on the same night. It was Halloween, this past Halloween. I was driving around, and of course they happened on Halloween, but I picked some people up from a party, and they got in my car, and it was like an older lady and, you know, maybe her like son and daughter-in-law, or her daughter and her son-in-law, one of the two. But anyway, the older lady was really, really drunk, like super drunk, and she didn't throw up or anything, and that was good. But we get to the destination, and she leans over like 2 inches from my ear and just goes, "Thanks for the ride, lover," which really creeped me out. So there was that one. And then later on that night, I drove up and picked up these 4 people, 2 guys, 2 girls. And I knew this was going to be like an eventful ride, because when I pulled up, the 2 guys seemed fine, and they were. One guy was stone cold sober, and the other one was drunk, but he like wasn't drunk enough to be an idiot, just to kind of be funny. The girls, however, one of them was like really drunk and stumbling around and kind of babbling to herself, and the other one was sitting on the curb refusing to get in my car. She was like, "I can't get in the car." The security guard at the bar where I picked them up had to pick up this girl and put her in my car. It's only a 5-minute drive, so we get to their house, and the guys get out. One of the girls gets out, the one who had been sitting on the curb, and she immediately fell over in the parking lot of this like townhouse community, and just refused to get up. And the other one couldn't figure out how to get out of my car. Like, she was just sitting there. She couldn't get the seatbelt undone. When she finally got that done, she couldn't figure out how to open the handle, which baffles me to this day. And so she finally gets out of the car. She walks around the car and then trips over the girl who had fallen down. And now all of a sudden they're both laying down in this parking lot, refusing to get up. I offered my help. I did. I swear I offered my help. The guys were like, "No, we'll take care of it." And so I left. But that to date is probably my craziest Uber story. So I think as far as Uber drivers are concerned, that that's actually pretty lucky, because I've heard some horror stories. Okay, subscriber count. Let's talk about subscriber count real quick. So prior to Veda, I had a total of, it was either 0 or 1. Alejandro, you were my first subscriber ever, but I can't remember if you subscribed before Veda or right after Veda had started. So I either had 0 subscribers before Veda, or I had 1 subscriber before Veda. And by the time Veda ended, I had 35 subscribers, and it's been a very slow increase since then. Joining the Joining the No Small Creator community has really helped that. I joined a live stream this morning that got me a couple more. And then, you know, needs more subs, just subscribed, and so that brings it up to 80. So that's awesome, and I'm so grateful for each and every subscriber that I have, mostly because I feel like I've worked so hard to get them. That being said, I keep seeing like these posts from people in, you know, No Small Creator or some other groups that I'm a part of, and I see them like, I saw this one, it was yesterday, and I don't remember which group it was. I don't think it was No Small Creator, but maybe it was. Anyway, their post basically read, I started this week with like 3 subscribers or some like really, or maybe it was 30. There was a 3 in there. It was like either 3 or 30 subscribers. And like at the end of the week, they were at over 100 subscribers. Which Niche Fam TV, Micah, yes, you did. You did find me. And I found you through No Small Creator. That is an amazing group. Uh-oh. Okay, we're back. So I don't remember where, oh, right. So I see, you know, they went from like 3 or 30 subscribers to 150 subscribers in a week, which is great. You know, when people can do that, that's awesome. But sometimes, you know, I'm not going to lie, and I know it's not, I know it's not about the numbers. I know that, you know, I know it's not about the numbers, but still, when you see people who went from like that small of a number to that big of a number in like a week, it can get a little bit discouraging. And I spent like 10 minutes kind of feeling sorry for myself, you know? But needs more subs. A lot of people who tell those champion subscriber stories are just their advertising. That's good to know, man. And like I said, I only, you know, sat there for like 10 minutes, feeling sorry for myself. And then I was like, okay, you know, that time's done. Time to get back to work. You know, but I do get discouraged sometimes, you know, when other people. Thank you, needs more subs. You're right. I shouldn't let it discourage me, but you know, it happens. It absolutely happens. And the good news is while those little, you know, bouts of self-doubt or self-pity, they used to last for days or months or weeks, but you know, I've done a lot of work on myself over the last 9 years, and you know, now I can get in it, acknowledge it, sit in it for, you know, a few minutes, and then move on, which is really cool. But I just felt like, since I keep saying I'm an open book, I should open up about that, about, you know, yes, I do sit in self-pity sometimes, but it's never for a long time. It's just kind of like, oh, I wish that was happening to me. Okay, let's get back to work. And that's pretty cool. 2013, Alejandro Perez. My channel's been around since 2013. It can take years. Yes, you are. That's very encouraging, actually. And I know it can take a long time. It can take years, and you know, some people just get it. Some people get it, and some people don't. But you know, I've never once gotten discouraged to the point where I was gonna give up. I mean, I was in a band for over a decade. We never got a record deal, you know, never went anywhere huge. We had some minor successes, but like, I don't do this for the successes. I do this, ultimately, I can get wrapped up in those numbers sometimes, but ultimately I do this because I love creating. I love creating art. I love creating content. So that's why I do this. So, another question for you guys. Actually, real quick. The Fantastic Joe, I did the same with the band deal. Oh, you're a former bandmate as well, or a current bandmate. Are you still playing? It needs more subs. Same here with the in a band thing. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, you know, music, I would say it's a lot easier now because, you know, there's no need for the middleman. There's no need for the record deal, really. I think that's more true in hip hop than it is in rock. But, you know, still, I mean, when it comes down to it, the tools exist to just get your music out there, which is awesome. And you know, so you can get it, you know. I do this for the love of it. But real quick, I actually want to give you guys some real quick advice. I came across this video. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Peter McKinnon fan, and I love his vlogs, and I watch them all the time. Like the day they come out, I watch them. And for some reason, and you know, when you click on a video, you know, there's that whole stream of like up next videos, all the recommended videos, the related videos, whatever they're called. One of them was the 4th vlog that Peter McKinnon ever made. It was called something like I ran over a lawn chair. And so I watched it because I hadn't gone back that far in his vlog. I'd gotten back pretty far, but not that far. And I clicked on it and I watched it. I think you guys should watch it, not because it's like, I mean, it's not a bad video. I would never say that anybody's like original creation is bad, honestly. I wouldn't, but like the difference, you can see the difference between like his 4th vlog ever and like the one that he came out with, you know, where he was collabing with Cody. He just seems so uncomfortable. He seems so uncomfortable in front of the camera, and I loved it. I thought it was great because it was like one of those things where I was like, okay, so like he didn't wake up and just automatically start creating YouTube magic. And you know, he went through a lot of the same, you know, things that we all go through, and definitely things that I went through. I mean, my first time, especially my first time vlogging in public, was very like awkward. Needs more subs. Not getting a record deal is very good luck these days with all the Vulturistic 360 deals and other nonsense. I agree. I agree. If you can find a way to get all your stuff out there yourself, then there's really like I would definitely stray away from getting a record deal. Like I would turn record deals down, and a lot of people have done that. I've heard like some pretty big name musicians go out there, and like I've read interviews or watched interviews with them, and they're like, no, we got offered a record deal and they turned it down. Jewel turned down a record deal, and she kept turning them down until she found one that would just agree to her every demand, and it was like the best thing to happen to her career. Peter's lawnmower. It's not the lawnmower video, Alejandro. It's I think it's actually called I ran over a lawn chair. That may be the video. It may just be a typo on your part. But anyway, go watch that video. His earlier videos, like he was just as awkward as I was when I put out my first vlog. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm here. Like this thing was supposed to be a Q&A, so I'm sitting here babbling. I want to answer questions. What do you guys want to know about me, about what's going on with me? Anything? We already talked about the business that I'm supposed to be starting but haven't started yet. I came up with another idea for a business today, actually, in my frustration of trying to to figure out how to get a countdown on that very first part of this live stream, that 15-minute countdown. I was trying to figure it out, having a hard time, and came up with an idea for an amazing business. So I have to find a web developer. I got to find a web developer. But anyway, let me know. Questions? We got anything? Marvel or DC? Dear God, man, why? Why that? Oh God. When it comes to comics, see, I don't know, because like that's a tough. I can't decide, honestly. Lane Low, what do you need? I can get you a web dev. I'm creating. Well, I want to create a web app, or I want to partner with somebody to create a web app. I'm gonna keep it a little low key. But if you know any app developers, any web app developers, the Fantastic Joe, I have to roll, man. At work, looking forward to more live streams. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for stopping by. I will be doing more live streams. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these. I want to find a regular time that I can do them, because that would be awesome. But what is your favorite channel name that is spelled like Niche Fam TV? I would have to say it's Niche Fam TV. You guys are awesome. Lane Low, awesome, man. Yes, I will DM you on Twitter, definitely, without a doubt. So anyway, Marvel versus DC. That's really, really tough. I mean, first of all, you got to talk. All right, movies. First of all, comic books. I have no preference because I love X-Men just as much as I love Batman. So I actually have Batman keychain. But I also have the Marvel Encyclopedia. So, you know, so when it comes to comics, I have no preference. Cinematic universes, I'm gonna have to go with Marvel. I thought that I thought the DC videos were good. I really did, but I just like the Marvel movies better. I really like the way that they all kind of tie into each other. And when it comes to TV, like actual TV network shows, I'm gonna have to go with DC, because like Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, I love all three of those. What's the other one? Legends of Tomorrow, love them all. But I also love the Netflix Marvel shows, the Marvel Netflix show, however you want to say it. You know, Daredevil, The Punisher was great, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. So, like, I love them both. I just love comic books, to be honest. I just love comic books. I love comic book characters. I spent a lot of time reading comic books as a kid. Spider-Man was my favorite superhero growing up, you know, followed very closely by Batman. So, I don't know. So basically, that was just a very long-winded way to say that I honestly don't really have a preference between Marvel and DC, which I feel like it's blasphemy to say that, but it's the truth. I don't have a preference. That was a good question, though, Alejandro. That was a good question. Alejandro, you're the only one. Ooh, needs more subs. What does brand loyalty even get you these days? That's a good point. It depends, I think. I think brand loyalty still has its place. But I think it depends on the industry and it depends on the brand. You know, for instance, T-Mobile. I use T-Mobile, and they they reward loyal customers. Like if you're a customer of theirs, you actually get free stuff every Tuesday. They have a special app called Thank You Tuesday, and every Tuesday you go into the app and they got like coupons to you know, I don't know, ice cream or the movies or something like that. But it's all like little stuff, but it's great. Like just little like thank you for being a customer. So like certain certain companies absolutely 100% believe in rewarding brand loyalty. But if you're talking about like cable TV, yeah, it doesn't get you anything, really. The only time you get a discount with cable TV is when you threaten to leave them. So that's not rewarding brand loyalty. That's bribing you for it. So, Alejandro Perez, that was awesome yesterday on Twitter. I'm confused. What are we talking about? Nishfam TV, what is your favorite type of video to create? I love them all for different reasons. I'll say I probably, if I had to choose one, it would be my vlogs. I would absolutely choose my vlogs because I love telling stories. I love being creative. Oh, the T-Mobile thing. Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, T-Mobile's great. And they're very active on Twitter. So, anyway, I like creating my vlogs. They're the most creative thing that I create. That was a lot of create-ish words. But it is. It's the most artistic thing that I do. And I love the storytelling. I love the editing process and all of that. But I enjoy doing tutorials because of the feedback that I get from them. People seem to enjoy them and find them useful. And they're also the easiest to edit. So, but if I had to choose one, I would definitely say the vlogs. Alejandro Perez, they actually spent a couple hours chatting with me on Twitter after you tagged them. That's awesome. Nishfam TV, what features do you like adding to vlogs while editing? I really enjoy adding like special transitions. I did a review on Handy Seamless Transitions, which is an After Effects plugin. It comes with like 1,200 different really cool transitions. So like every once in a while I'll use something like the glitch transition or something like that. I used a couple of them in the intro to this live stream actually, which is also, you know, with a little bit of tweaking, also going to be the intro to any other tutorials or anything like that I do. So but I would say that, yeah, the transitions. That's really the only special thing I ever put in to a vlog. For the most part, it's like, you know, just color correcting and you know, transitions. I need to get better at time ramping because for some reason I just can't seem to get that. But once I do, watch out because there's going to be some epic B-roll. Alejandro Perez, support Jay on Patreon. Thank you, Alejandro. Yes, I do have a Patreon page. My channel is not monetized. Obviously, we just hit 80 subscribers during this live stream, but I do have a Patreon page. You get all kinds of cool perks. This will be my little shameless plug. You get cool perks for becoming a patron. $5 or more a month gets you gets you access to some behind-the-scenes footage, some exclusive patron-only content. $10 or more a month gets you that, plus your name in my own spreadsheet of patrons. It's a Google Sheet, and it has, you know, your name and any social media or website links that you would like to have out there. I create this sheet, and I'm gonna, you know, once I get patrons, I'll have that sheet linked in every description of every video that I put out. And then $15 or more gets you all of that plus your name and your name and one link of your choice in the description, like outside of the sheet, but in the description. So that's that. So go check out my Patreon page. If you like, that would be super awesome. Even if you can't donate, push people towards it, would be very, very happy. Needs more subs. I know your daughter's still really young, but what talent is she going to contribute to the No Small Dads dad and daughter collaboration with my daughter and Alejandro's daughter? Unfortunately, probably not any. My girlfriend does not want our daughter to be on camera, not her face at least. So like you'll see in my vlogs, there's, you know, shots of her from behind, you know, and or shots of her feet or something like that. But you know, she made the request that we don't put her in the vlog, and I'm obliging. I wasn't happy with it at first, but you know, I've found that with just a little bit of camera work, I can still include her in the vlog without, you know, without exposing her face to the masses. So that's a solid decision. Thank you for understanding that. Niche Fam TV, what do you sacrifice when doing daily videos? I would say I think it's going to be different this time around, but when I was doing Veda back in April, the thing that I sacrificed the most was sleep, followed by, you know, time with family. I was careful about how much time I was sacrificing with them. A lot of times it would just be me staying up late and then waking up early to finish editing. There was a lot. Alejandro, you might remember this. Alex, if you're still in here, you might remember this. But it seemed like almost every vlog that I put out during Veda, at one point I was saying, I gotta get home and finish editing this vlog. And so there was a lot of that. So it's just time, you know, it's all time. That's the biggest sacrifice is, you know, videos, if you're editing them, if you're like really getting in there and editing them, it takes time to do that. So you have to be willing to sacrifice, you know, spending time with other things. I watched no TV. I played no video games, you know, during that whole month. I still do it very, very rarely, but, you know, there was none of that. And there was a lot of like me asking permission to eat dinner at my desk. So, yeah, that's the biggest sacrifice. Time, sleep. You know, I think a big part of that was because I was creating 15, you know, 12 to 15 minute long videos, sometimes longer. I think now with creating, you know, 6 to 8 minute long videos, it's going to be a lot easier. And I have a workflow now that'll allow me to sacrifice a lot less time. Alejandro, she can be like Tim the Toolman Taylor's neighbor. Yes. Oh, that'd be great. We can put her behind a fence and just do a puppet show on her head. How about that? Yeah, that's that. All right, I'm gonna give this like 10 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna go. My voice is starting to do its "you've been talking too long" thing, and I got some stuff that I got to take care of before I go pick up my girlfriend from work. I got to go and shoot some more photography. Actually, that's what's next for me today, is going out. I'm doing this new thing. Alejandro, I saw that you I saw that you linked my Instagram profile, and thank you for that, because I know I didn't ask you to do that, but it's much appreciated. I 10 likes. Holy crap. I did not expect that. That's amazing. Anyway, Instagram. I'm doing this new thing with my Instagram where I'm choosing one location every week. I'm going out there. I give myself 1 hour. I shoot as many pictures as I can in 1 hour. I come home. I go through them. I edit the best ones. And they, you know, some of them are going to go up onto my portfolio whenever I get that up. But the best 7, I upload once a day to Instagram, and the best 7 go to my Instagram profile. So that's that. Alejandro Perez, how about the girlfriend? You mentioned her from time to time. Will she ever be on the vlog? Maybe. Maybe. She doesn't like being on camera unless she has had time to do her makeup. She also hates the sound of her voice. She does briefly show up on the vlog. Like if I'm needs more subs, I'm assuming it's my latest vlog that you're talking about where she was getting out of the car when I was dropping her off at work. There's that. She briefly shows up, I think, a couple times in the video. Some of you may have watched this, but it's a video called This Never Happens to Me. And it was a video that like started at my house at like 5 in the morning and ended at like 1 in the morning in Columbus, Ohio. And in between that, along with the road trip, I also went to the Maryland Zoo with my daughter's daycare. And while I was there, some like, I don't know, tweens, like maybe 11, 12-year-olds, saw me talking to my camera, and they did the whole like, oh my God, are you a vlogger? Can we be in the vlog thing? Which was, you know, super, super cool. But yeah, Arian showed up briefly, I think maybe a couple times in that video as well. But yeah, I'm very careful not to put them in the vlog just because they, you know, my girlfriend doesn't want her or the kid really to be in the vlog. Maybe that'll change. I'm hoping it will, because something is actually happening next week that I can't talk about. At least I hope it's happening. We're like trying really hard. And if it does happen, if this super secret, super awesome thing does happen, it'll be a lot easier if she agrees to be in the vlog. So there's that. Sorry to be so cryptic. That's like the most cryptic I've ever been since starting my YouTube channel. But like, there's something really, really cool that might be happening. And that. I know, right, Alejandro? You were like, is there a way to become like a professional moderator for YouTube? Because like, you could make a killing doing that. I'd vouch for you. I'll write your first review. I don't care. You're killing it. This guy's awesome. Guys, if you're not, I think everybody here is probably already subscribed to Alejandro, but if you're not, please go subscribe to his channel, watch his videos. You know, only subscribe if you like it, because sub for sub is BS. But like, if you are subscribed, I don't know, go to his Twitter, go to his Instagram. Alejandro, you have my permission to link all of your stuff, because I really appreciate it. Let me tell you a quick story, really super quick story. Basically, Alejandro was my very first subscriber. He's also my very first mod, and it's so cool. It's really cool, the relationships that you can build on here. And you know, speaking of that, the guys that, you guys that have showed up to this live stream, my very first one, which I worked like stupid hard to get to happen at a quality level that I wanted it to happen. I seriously appreciate you guys. That it means, it means a lot to me. Really. Yeah. So I think we got time for like maybe two, maybe 2 questions. yeah, so if any of you have any questions, any whatsoever, my computer won't stop telling me that my CPU is